The story of Saint John, Apostle of Christ. Saint John, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, holds a unique and beloved place in Christian tradition. Known as the disciple whom Jesus loved, John's life was deeply intertwined with the ministry, passion, and resurrection of Christ. Through his writings and witness, John became a powerful voice for love, faith, and eternal truth. This is his story, a journey from a humble fisherman to one of the Church's most profound theologians and evangelists. Early life and calling. John was the son of Zebedee, a fisherman on the Sea of Galilee, and Salome, a follower of Jesus. He worked alongside his brother James, another future apostle, in their family fishing business. Both were likely disciples of John the Baptist before Jesus called them. Jesus invited John and James to follow him, saying, "Come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Matthew 4 verse 19. The brothers immediately left their nets, showing their willingness to embrace the unknown. Jesus nicknamed them Boanerges, meaning sons of thunder, likely referencing their fiery zeal. A close relationship with Jesus. John, along with Peter and James, formed the inner circle of Jesus' disciples. He was present at pivotal moments, such as the Transfiguration, the raising of Jairus' daughter, and Jesus' agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. These experiences deepened John's understanding of Jesus' divine nature and mission. At the Last Supper, John sat close to Jesus, leaning on his chest in an intimate gesture of friendship and trust. When Jesus revealed that one of the disciples would betray him, it was John who quietly asked, "Lord, who is it?" John 13 verse 25. At the foot of the cross. John's faithfulness shone brightest during Jesus' crucifixion. While most of the disciples fled, John stood at the foot of the cross alongside Mary, the mother of Jesus, and other women. From the cross, Jesus entrusted his mother to John's care, saying, "Behold your mother." John 19 verse 27. From that moment, John took Mary into his home, honoring her as his own mother. The resurrection and the early church. After Jesus' resurrection, John was one of the first to reach the empty tomb, running alongside Peter. His gospel notes that he saw the grave clothes and believed. John's first-hand experience of the risen Christ shaped his unwavering testimony of Jesus as the Son of God. John played a central role in the early church, proclaiming the gospel and defending the faith. Alongside Peter, he performed miracles and boldly preached despite opposition from religious authorities. The Apostle of Love. John is often called the Apostle of Love, a theme that dominates his writings. In his Gospel, epistles, and the Book of Revelation, he emphasizes the transformative power of God's love. In 1 John 4 verse 8, he declares, "God is love," urging believers to love one another as a reflection of their relationship with God. Tradition holds that in his later years, John frequently repeated the commandment, "Little children, love one another," believing it to encompass the essence of Christ's teachings. Exile and revelation. Under Emperor Domitian's reign, John was exiled to the island of Patmos for his unwavering testimony of Christ. It was there that he received the extraordinary visions recorded in the Book of Revelation. This prophetic book, filled with vivid imagery and profound symbolism, reveals God's ultimate victory over evil and the promise of a new heaven and earth. John's vision of Christ in glory is one of the most majestic portrayals in Scripture. He describes Jesus as the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, who will wipe away every tear and make all things new. Revelation 21 verses 4 to 5. Later years and legacy. After his exile, John returned to Ephesus, where he continued to minister, write, and care for the church. According to tradition, he was the only apostle to die of natural causes, living into old age. His longevity allowed him to become a bridge between the first generation of Christians and those who followed. John's writings include the Gospel of John, 3 epistles, and Revelation. Each reflects his profound theological insights and his personal relationship with Jesus. His Gospel highlights Jesus as the eternal Word made flesh, while his epistles encourage believers to walk in truth, light, and love. Saint John, the Apostle of Christ, reminds us of the depth of God's love and the call to abide in that love. His life, marked by devotion, courage, and vision, inspires us to follow Christ wholeheartedly and to proclaim his truth in every season. As you reflect on John's story, consider his unwavering commitment to Christ and his message of love. How might his example challenge and encourage you in your own journey of faith? May St. John's testimony continue to illuminate the hearts of believers and draw many to the love and truth of Christ.